Jeffrey Epstein's story shocked the world. But what if everything we were told was only part of the truth? Who really controlled Epstein? Was he acting alone, or was he a pawn in a much larger network of power and influence? Today, we uncover the hidden forces behind one of the most mysterious figures in modern history. By the end of this documentary, you'll see connections that almost no one dares to talk about. Connections that could change everything we thought we knew. Jeffrey Epstein began as a teacher, yet somehow rose to become one of the wealthiest and most influential men in the world. His wealth, estimated in the hundreds of millions, came from sources that remain murky and largely unexplained. But wealth alone does not explain his power. Epstein was connected to presidents, royalty, business magnates, and celebrities. The question isn't just who he knew, it's who he answered to. Every flight on his private jet, every trip to his island, every meeting with the powerful raises a crucial question. Who orchestrated it all behind the scenes? The people controlling Epstein may have remained invisible, but their fingerprints are everywhere. Documents uncovered during investigations reveal Epstein's extensive network. Flight logs show that he frequently traveled with highly influential individuals, politicians, scientists, and billionaires. But these names, while public, often obscured a deeper, more coordinated network of actors working behind the scenes. Financial records hint at mysterious transfers of millions, sometimes routed through shell companies and offshore accounts. Some experts believe these financial networks provided both protection and leverage, allowing Epstein to operate without scrutiny for decades. Epstein's private island in the Caribbean, often described as a paradise, was reportedly the site of meetings involving the world's elite. Testimonies and leaked documents suggest that these gatherings were not social. They were strategic, controlled environments where influence was exchanged, favors were negotiated, and power was silently reinforced. And while Epstein is gone, the question remains: who truly held the reins? To understand Epstein, one must look beyond the obvious. Investigative journalists and researchers have uncovered patterns that suggest Epstein was part of a larger, secretive network. A web of financiers, political insiders, and private advisors who remain largely unknown to the public. Some of these individuals allegedly provided legal, financial, and logistical support, allowing Epstein to evade prosecution for years. Court documents, sworn testimonies, and leaked emails reveal a consistent pattern. Epstein never acted entirely alone. From high-profile donations to political campaigns to mysterious meetings in private offices, the traces of influence are subtle, yet undeniable. Experts in criminal finance argue that a system of elite protection allowed him to continue his activities, shielded from accountability. Every time a scandal broke, Epstein seemed untouchable. But the network behind him might have been the real power. Consider the 2008 plea deal, widely criticized as unusually lenient. Court documents show political figures and legal teams negotiating quietly, shielding Epstein from harsher consequences. Some claim these negotiations involved unseen advisors and intermediaries who preferred the public not know their involvement. Another example: Epstein's frequent travels with powerful guests, all meticulously documented in flight logs. At first glance, these appear as social visits, but deeper investigation suggests strategic meetings, likely with coordination and guidance from individuals outside Epstein's immediate circle. Even after his arrest in 2019, the web of influence remained. Questions about witness cooperation, document suppression, and mysterious financial transactions point to a continuing unseen force orchestrating events from behind the curtain. These case studies reveal a troubling pattern. Epstein may have been the face, but not the mastermind. The implications are staggering. If Epstein was indeed controlled or protected by a larger network, then his story is not just a personal scandal. It's a window into the hidden structures of power that shape global events. The control of information, influence over legal systems, and access to elite networks suggest a sophisticated strategy, one that keeps power concentrated, secrets hidden, and the public unaware of the forces at play. Understanding this hidden network is not just about curiosity, it's about seeing how influence operates, how decisions are shaped behind closed doors, and how invisible structures can affect the lives of millions. In our next investigation, we will trace specific networks linked to Epstein, revealing connections that may redefine what we know about power in the modern world. Jeffrey Epstein's story ends, but the forces he was connected to remain. To understand the full picture, we must look beyond the headlines, beyond the arrests, and see the invisible network that really controls influence in the shadows. Subscribe and stay tuned, because the truth is still unfolding.